Okay guys, hello again and welcome to another episode of TEVAdrive. This time around we are inside the Jaguar I-Pace electric car. This is the HSE EV400 version. Pretty much top of the line. The only one that's better than this one and higher up is the first edition. So this HSE fully loaded comes almost to 120,000. However, the S version starts at 86.5. The base HSE is just under 198,000 or so. So the basic specs are 394 horsepower with a 90 kilowatt-hour battery, 4.8 seconds to 100 acceleration. Earlier on today, we were charged to almost 96%. We'll show you the pictures, and the range was showing around 265 kilometers. In the summer, that goes up to the rated range of about 375 kilometers. We'll show you some of the basic functions here, the screen, etc., etc. You have three screens. This first one here is basically set for climate, dual zone. Then you have the seats, which basically you can heat or cool. You can see here now they are both heating, or you can set the temperature for cooling. You can have one of them cooling and the other one heating, whichever way you want. And the seat back is separate from the seat bottom. Right now we just put it back at 0. So this whole screen controls climate basically and seat heating. You have computer screens even inside these circles as well. So you have 1, 2, 3 screens right here. The center screen is for entertainment and the main functions. And then you have the digital screen dashboard right here as well. So what we want to show you now is the different driving modes as well. So basically you have the button here, up and down. The basic mode, if you look at the screen here, we're going to change this. Right now the first one is Eco mode. Okay, the second one, when you go down, it's comfort. The third one is dynamic. Okay, and the screen changes. There's a fourth mode if you go all the way up. It's called ADSR. That's basically slippery winter mode, difficult conditions. Okay, then we have basically here you have your gear selector. Okay, you have drive, neutral, reverse, and park. Pretty simple. Another thing here, which is nice in this particular version, top of the line, is adjustable height suspension. So we'll show you the pictures of it. It's just a substantial difference. When you press it up, normal height is now selected. You can see it on the screen. It shows up for a few seconds. Now one up is off-road height selected, and that's pretty high, quite high clearance. You will see it in the pictures later on. But for our test drive, we're going to select standard height. Okay, so we're going to go back to normal height. The third selection, if you really want to go, it's called the access height. So we'll press 1 down. And now it's called access height selected. That's the lowest ever if you need to get into a very low spot. Okay, but again, for our test drive purposes, we're going to go back to normal height. And the car is going, you can actually feel it going up. So that's about for these basic functions here. You have the media navigation, but what we're interested in is basically here the Eco data panel, which will basically show once we start the test drive, it'll show us the history of consumption, which is a good thing to have. And my EV, it shows us that we're at 93%. And we have a 229 kilometer range. We have to mention that although we're shooting in early March, this is the last day of the polar vortex, and the temperatures were quite low. Overnight was -15. The maximum today is -8, even though the car shows -2 because we've been sitting in the sun for a while. The actual ambient temperature outside is -8 or -15 with the wind chill. So that's going to affect the range as with all electric cars. Okay, so let's hit the road. So basically drive, and we're set to go. I'm going to change to my sunglasses now, and we can keep going. All right, so the nice thing is for you to know that the creep mode can be turned off or on. And another feature that can be turned off or on is the artificial engine sounds. So this car has the artificial V8 sounds that can be piped through the speakers, both inside and outside. So right now, I believe we have it off, but we'll hear it soon enough. Another feature that we wanted to mention was that you can toggle on or off is the regen, standard or so no regen, just basically coasting, or regen. There's just two settings, on or off. So now we're just getting on the highway in dynamic mode. You can hear the artificial engine sounds, hopefully. So we'll try and pass this truck soon. Oh yes, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to hear it in this video. There we go. Okay, we set it at 100. Let's see how good the lane keeping assist is. It's green, so it should be steering itself. And we're approaching a truck. Let's see if we can increase. Yeah, so just like Tesla, it's reminding you to touch the steering wheel every few seconds, which makes sense. It's approaching a vehicle in front, so obviously it's slowing down to keep its distance. So it's kind of similar to auto steer on Tesla, and it's working quite well. The reminders don't seem to be. There we go. I was going to say the reminders are not as frequent as Tesla, but they actually are quite similar. Okay, we'll take it off from the adaptive cruise and auto steer. We'll just cancel it. There we go. And you have the head-up display, of course. That's displaying navigation, speed limit, the basic information is all there on the head-up display. So we're now in the high regen, which makes it similar to i3 and Tesla, not quite as strong, but the car stops itself, okay, which Tesla doesn't. The regen doesn't. You still have to press the brake button to stop the car. This one will, just like the i3, will stop completely without touching the brake pedal. Okay, so right now we're on high regen. To go to the sounds, you have to go through the menus. So we'll have to do it when we're not in traffic. Basically, you have to go through all the main menus. Here, all settings, languages, connectivity, features, media phone, low friction, voice, active sound design. There you go. And we're gonna take it all the way down. Calm. It's called calm, medium, or dynamic. So right now we have them off completely. Let's go back to the main menu. So now all you can hear is the natural electric motor sound, which is the way it should be in an electric car. That being said, it's a fun option to have for somebody who is craving the V8 sounds of a normal car. If it makes you happy, hey, the option is here for you. So all in all, this car, it's a great electric car. Jaguar was the first to come out after Tesla, of course, with a full electric SUV. It has since been followed by Audi with the e-tron, Mercedes with EQC, and very soon BMW with iX3. So right now, it's the only one that you can actually buy other than Tesla. So again, the prices start at 86, which makes it 10,000 below the Model S. And it makes it 20,000 above Model 3 all-wheel drive long range. And this is a typical JLR product, top luxury with all the luxury features. Too bad we're not shooting at night because you could see the ambiance of the car. It's amazing. There's a beautiful fixed glass roof, which is very similar to Tesla Model 3. And so, so far we're really loving it. So stay tuned for our next section on the comparison with Model 3, including our charging sessions at the high-powered Petrocan charging station. Thanks for watching.